What's up, everyone? It's Trebor and Corey with Title Pending here. This is episode number 7, if I do remember correctly.
Yep. Right. This is a podcast where we talk about nerd, geek culture, video games, movies, current events if we feel like it, and basically kind of just bullshit around. So let's get started.
Let's get into it. So,
All right.
one of the biggest things going on right now is probably the Battlefield and Call of Duty trailer war that is
Yep.
just that is going on, and it's amazing the differential between them, and what people are kind of viewing them as. So
Right.
I guess I'm gonna kind of give my opinion as well as I'm pretty sure you're gonna give your opinion on it. But the numbers themselves pretty much speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 actually it broke 20 million today, which was a huge milestone for video game trailers. It's at a little over 21 million right now, with 1 million views up and 20,000 down. Now, when I'm about ready to give you the Infinite Warfare, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer specs, and you're about ready to see the differentiation between the two numbers. Infinite Warfare is still high up in views, sitting at 15 million views. Still high up there for a gaming, at least.
Right. And it is Call of Duty, so it's gonna have that view.
Yeah.
But the big controversy around it is
The 278,000 upvotes with 1.4 million downvotes, being number 8 on the top disliked videos, top 10 disliked videos on YouTube. I think, Baby by Justin Bieber beats it out, Psy's Gangnam Style beats it out, and Rebecca Black's
Gangnam Style.
and see, here's the thing. Gangnam Style has 2 billion views.
Right, but I didn't think
It's got
get a.
it's got a lot more likes than it does dislikes, but
Now, see, I get a lot of people like disliking it, but
it's like number 4 on the top 10 dislikes, but it's also number
Right.
1 on likes. So it's crazy. It is just massively crazy. But yeah, so from what I've gathered, Battlefield 1 is a different time zone, World War 1.
basically what it is an alternate reality for World War One. Honestly, the trailer looked fantastic. It was gorgeous, and I'm hoping that specifically the one view where it shows you flying in
The side of the plane?
no, not the side of the plane, the actual planes themselves, the biplanes.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically the shot where it shows it kind of like almost swooping down and you see this giant ass valley. Like, to me, that has a larger scale than any of the battlefields I've ever seen before. And that's what makes it almost kind of makes me excited for it, is just because, like, imagine that being multiplayer.
And it's going to be a lot more immersive. So,
Right.
And then Infinite Warfare looks like a futuristic space fighting game. Call of Duty in space is pretty much what everyone's deeming it as. There are 2 things I want to use to defend it, but I'm going to let you give your input first.
Right. I don't know where to begin. I think obviously Activision is well aware of everyone's problems with Call of Duty, and the direction it's been taking, with Advanced Warfare being hated just because of the exosuit movements, stuff like that, to Black Ops 3 where you still have wall running and some of these bullshit animations, stuff like that. It's just that they're still trying to take a unique approach to warfare and their storytelling and have something new, which I totally get. I'm all for.
Yeah.
However, I'm also under the belief that we should go back to the roots with modern warfare. I mean, obviously with some advancements just to have an edge, but overall I think it needs to come back. So in response to that, they also at the end of the trailer, they also released Call of Duty 4 Remastered with it.
Yeah.
It is only available through Legacy Edition.
Yes.
It will not be released separately. They've adamantly stated that.
Yeah.
And they said, one of the statements they said was, "We are very much aware of our fans, and we love that they're so passionate about it. However, we want to be able to tell unique storytelling. We want to be able to come up with something new and have something imaginative for one set of Call of Duty fans, but we're aware that everyone wants a boots to the ground Call of Duty, which is why we made Call of Duty 4.
Remaster.
Now, the thing is, I think what they're doing is they're making it act as a catalyst.
Yeah.
Like they know their sales aren't going to be great with Infinite Warfare.
Oh yeah.
And the only way that they're going to drive sales and still say, hey, like our numbers are still great, is because they are bundling Call of Duty 4 with that. And that is the only way you're going to be able to get it.
Yeah. Now, my take on Infinite Warfare, I'm still going to get it because I do want to try it. I do want to test it out. I do think that them not listening to their fans was a terrible idea. But here are two things that first one, someone pointed out to me. Battlefield 1's trailer is a lot of CGI. Not a lot of in-game play. It's a lot of CGI. And Battlefield does this every year. They have these beautiful graphics. And don't get me wrong, Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 have been amazing for graphics. The Frostbite engine, amazing. I mean, I will never complain about Battlefield's graphics. I mean, Battlefield 3's graphics still hold up to next-gen games. Like, it is just crazy amount of, how amazing the graphics are. But, it was no gameplay. There may have been slight gameplay within the trailer. While Infinite Warfare was pretty much purely gameplay straight from the game or cutscenes. So, I mean, that's one thing to kind of back it up there. Second thing, it is rumored that Naughty Dog may be actually working on their campaign. So, kind of excited for that. Yeah, it was
Battlefields?
No, Infinite Warfare.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah. So I'm actually quite, that gets me a little bit more interested in it. If Naughty Dog does end up taking over the storyline for it, I will do it because they are amazing with their storylines, from Uncharted to The Last of Us to Crash Bandicoot. Yep. I mean, come on, they've all been great.
No, yeah, you're correct. It's just,
but
it's something that, yeah.
If I get it and I don't like it, I at least have the revised version of Call of Duty 4 to fall back on.
And they did show side-by-side comparisons between the two, like Call of Duty 4 original and then the remastered. Amazing. Fucking mind-blowing.
It is amazing.
Like, it looks incredible. But real quick to add on to this.
Yeah.
So the Infinite Warfare trailer dropped. And then 5 days later, Battlefield 1's trailer dropped. No. Here's the thing. In that whole time frame, DICE, like several people from DICE have called out Call of Duty, like making fun of it, like, oh, you're using same animations, all this, all that, like just calling out random bullshit.
They did, however, switch to a new game engine on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Right. So it's kind of like a stab at him, and it was kind of fucked up. And while it's kind of funny, I will hand it to Infinity Ward and Activision and all of them for handling it in a better way, which they didn't take a stab at Battlefield at all. They just simply said, your facial animations are amazing. Like the whole trailer was really well done. Like they took the high road and they were like, great job, guys. We can't wait to see what you guys make. Like, not even being sarcastic about it, but Battlefield's just shitting on Call of Duty.
Yeah, and that is kind of rude, but I could see Call of Duty, and no offense to anyone working on Call of Duty, but I could see Call of Duty within the next few years being a broken franchise. considering they kind of pander. And I'm sorry if you like smoking weed, that's fine. That's fine. I don't care. But they pander to that group. They pander to the 420 Blazer group, and that has just always upset me. It really started in Ghost.
No. It started even before that. Modern Warfare 2, they had some title cards and stuff that
which were funny at first. They were like, ah ha ha, haha, joint ops, ha, that's funny. But then it just started becoming redundant and ridiculous. And now to me, it's just they have the whole animations. I just about did it. I'm not gonna do it. They have the whole dabbing animation, the whipping animation, all that stuff for your characters after the game, and it is downright disgusting to me. I've actually really haven't played Call of Duty for 2 or 3 weeks now. I mean, granted, I've been really fucking busy, but honestly, I haven't played it. But yeah, Call of Duty to me just seems like a game. If they do not fix it soon, it's going to go out the window. Like Medal of Honor. Medal of Honor could have redeemed itself, but never did. So, anyways, moving on from that, unless you have anything else to input on it.
Nothing that I can really think of at the moment. I'm just excited for.
I'm excited. I'm honestly excited for both of them. Battlefield more.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with the biplane combat instead is going to be pretty cool.
And the fact weapons.
That the fact that we get older weapons, we don't get these high tech like kind of out there weapons. Like I just hope I hope there's a fair balance. And one thing I will add, I just now remember, everyone from Battlefield has been saying, and they released a statement saying, we are confident, and we are practically making this promise that we will not have the same issues that Battlefield 4 suffered at launch.
Okay, so that is good.
Yeah.
And now if they drop the ball on that, that's gonna be fucking terrifyingly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So moving on, we'll go to the next. We'll go to something video game related. The Overwatch Beta, amazing, just absolutely amazing. Now, the beta was from what, March 6th to March 9th, if I remember correctly.
No, 5th. I think it was the 5th to the 9th. They did extend it out a day just because they were like, oh, thanks for checking it out. Millions and millions of people are checking it out. I think the thing with that, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a slap in the face almost. Like, not intentional, but they only extend it a day. Yeah. Like that, I don't know.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from there, but it is great that they extended it. Actually, I think they were, according to my Twitter feed, that they were going to release it on March 6th as a beta, and they actually released it on the March 5th. So, I mean, technically, we can go 2 days extra.
Right.
So that is nice. But we've been playing. Well, we actually haven't been playing a fair amount of it, but I've played enough to like the champions. I hope there's more game types.
We both at least hit level 10. Did you check out it out recently? They did add a couple of game modes.
Oh, they did. I know they have push and stuff like that. I guess I don't.
There was this one game mode that I kind of liked where you started out as a random hero, and whenever you died, you'd become a different hero.
Yep, I did try that.
That one was fun.
When they first released it, they didn't pair you up with other people in that game mode. They just threw you into a game with people who could choose theirs at random. They could choose theirs, so you would be versing people who were in like, okay, I'm Bastion, I know what to do here. So I mean, it's
by the way, Bastion is a complete noob character.
They need to.
He's a beginner character.
Him and Reaper. They're the two I use a lot.
Yeah, but we while we were playing, we actually came up with a fucking phenomenal combo, Reinhardt and Bastion.
Oh my God.
You ran Reinhardt, and all we needed to do for that escort game mode.
Yeah.
I would sit on there. I'd go into the sentry gun mode, and you'd sit as Reinhardt right in front of me, and it was perfect. It was such a broken combo. And then, go ahead.
No, mine's off topic. Go ahead.
And then, like, if you had a healer, like, what was that? I think Pariah, or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
If you had a healer there, it was an unbreakable combo.
If you had a healer and maybe a distant, like a sniper, it wouldn't be a bad idea at all.
Right.
And we're back. when he said "Let there be light," there was light. But anyways, so no, back to the continuing with Overwatch. No, pretty great game. Do advise 10 out of 10. To me though, it seems like a game that if they don't constantly keep updating it, they are going to have issues.
Right. And this is the first time Blizzard has done a first-person shooter like this, and it is so much fun.
Outstanding job to Blizzard. So after their whole shutting down those servers to this, I mean, I have to applaud them on this. Still a little upset about the WoW servers, but nonetheless, I never played the game really, so I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, but
with
they are releasing Legion, or
True.
did they?
I think they're going to. I'm not sure if they released it already.
No, but thing I want to throw out, obviously a fan favorite is Tracer. Like everyone loves Tracer, and that was even before there was gameplay of her. It was just her outgoing attitude, her personality, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Her accent.
As far I love me some Tracer.
I'm really glad my camera's not low or.
Oh jeez. No, but gameplay wise, she is fantastic to use. She's a little hard to use because you gotta time everything. Like there was one match where I accidentally jumped down a hole and I remembered I was Tracer and I was like, oh, recall, and I hopped back out.
I remember you were on the mic and you were just screaming about it, like, oh god, I didn't die.
Yeah. But the thing is, and they do an awesome job with balancing characters. They're very, very unique with each one. The different health, different abilities, everything they can complement. Now, Tracer has one of the lowest health out of the game with 150, but the thing is, she's fast and she's made to maneuver. I'm still trying to get the like the teleport ability down to like go through the air and whatnot, but other than that, she's great. Another issue is her ammo count. She burns through ammo
like
fast. Yeah. So you basically need to time it to shoot, teleport, and basically work like dart around. I got so many kills doing that though. Like Tracer's amazing to use.
Oh yeah. She is. I don't like her for gameplay, but she is pretty fun to use if you know how to use her.
Right.
But speaking of Tracer, this is a great way to segue into our next topic.
Oh, I already know.
So, Overwatch is a 3D game with very attractive bosomy characters. And with every game that comes out like this, people run wild with it, and they make Rule 34, and they make porn of it. Overwatch porn has gone up 871% since the release of the beta.
Right.
Which, I mean, to that extent, maybe it's up that much because, Overwatch wasn't that big. So people weren't really making much besides Tracer at that point. So, I mean, there's a lot more of. But that is an outstanding number. That would be like if I watched one video a day, I am now watching 871 a day.
And to make it clear, this was on Pornhub.
Yes, that was just specifically Pornhub.
Right.
That's not including everywhere, Google typing in Overwatch titties or going into...
And this is the best part. After the whole controversy with Tracer, like having that sexualized pose.
Yeah.
Like it goes to show that it's kind of like a big fuck you to everyone offended by that pose, which was a stupid issue to come across, but like to have
it was a great issue for me to no, I'm not gonna
say God damn it, Barbara. No, but like it just goes to show that you can say that you don't want something sexualized and something can be said or done about it, and then
it'll still happen.
It's still going to happen. Tracer is still very much a sexualized person. Widowmaker, pretty much all the female characters, very sexualized. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of funny to see those stats.
It was going to be a given, like exactly that it was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy characters get sexualized. You could literally pick any game. I'm sure you can find a sexualized version of it.
There's only one game so far I have yet to find Rule 34 of, and that is Rocket League. So I challenge...
I guarantee there's something out there.
The only thing I could find was a video of two cars going like this and landing on each other, and just that one audio clip that they have where it's like, oh yeah, it's a woman moaning. I don't really want to try to impersonate it again, but
I mean, you're really good at it, but you know.
I found a new sound for my Twitch follower button. But anyways, now so Overwatch 10 out of 10 game, Overwatch porn 10 out of 10 game.
Yes.
Thank you so many people for all the artwork you do.
I do want to throw out something else, kind of segue, as far as trailers go.
Oh yes.
Or not necessarily a trailer, but kind of like news on movies and stuff.
It is kind of a trailer.
Wolverine 3 will start production soon, and it will be rated R.
Ooh,
so
yeah,
that
I
is
remember hearing
confirmed.
about that. We talked about that when Deadpool came out, when we did our...
Yeah.
Or no, it was Batman versus Superman. Is when we talked about
Yeah, that's right. That's right, because everyone's starting to follow suit with Deadpool. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good news. Great news.
Also, some news kind of in regards to that is Gal Gadot had about 7 hours ago, at time of this recording, had posted that they've wrapped up filming for the Wonder Woman movie, so that's kind of cool.
And by the way, if anyone who doesn't know who that is, like I did, it is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I even said, "Hey, Gal Gadot." Who?
You're like, who? Speaking of releases and kind of hype for movies, the Power Rangers. I don't even know why we didn't put this in our list. They released a whole bunch of screenshots for like the Megazord and then their suits. So
was that Megazord a legit screenshot, or is that just like fake?
I'm guessing it was. It looked pretty legit.
Yeah, I think I remember because I posted something about that. I just wasn't sure if that was like a real thing or like fan art.
If it's not, then allegedly that's what we heard. So we apologize. So we're gonna link all this down in the description like we always do. So, yeah, so that came out. A lot of people are upset because they look like Iron Man outfits, but come on, this is the future. You can't make a suit without making it look like an Iron Man suit.
There's controversy over like the females wearing wedges or some stupid bullshit like that. Honestly, I don't care as long as it works and as long as it's good.
Shut the fuck up and let the movie happen.
I think the big issue I had with the suits. I don't even have an issue with the suits. It's the helmet though, because basically it looks like they have a thin part for the bottom half of the helmet, and then it looks like a fucking, like a bowl or a cap on the top half. It's like cut off right here, but it's bulking out way more, so it looks completely unnatural.
Well, I'll have to look at them again. I guess I just kind of did like a quick screen peek and then go.
It does not look good.
Yeah, those. I mean, For me, I'm still hyped for it. We're gonna go see it no matter what. So
absolutely.
Whether it's absolute bullshit and it's 3 naked dudes running around punching a lizard, I don't care. We're gonna go watch it.
I mean,
I'd pay to watch that.
That sounds like Animal Planet material. So.
Animal Planet. There's a guy at Animal Planet just like snorting lines off his desk, going, "This is a good idea."
Right.
Let's.
Shit.
But speaking of movies, actually, we are really good at segueing today. I don't know what's going on. Segueing into Civil War or Captain America: Civil War came out
It came out Friday. Come on.
So 4 days ago. 3 or 4 days ago. So, anyways, I have yet to see it. We are going to go watch it Wednesday this week. Yeah. Wednesday.
I've already seen it.
He's already seen it.
It's fucking fantastic. I definitely agree with Kevin Smith when he says like this is the greatest superhero movie ever. Totally worth it, and I won't do any spoilers or anything. Just
not yet.
For the sake, not yet. Just for the sake of it. But they did a fantastic job bringing in the new heroes, new characters, bringing everyone together. So once we do see that, we're going to do another podcast or another section where it's spoilers and we discuss it.
We might just do that from now on. Just specifically do separate videos for movie reviews and whatnot. So I know we did with Batman versus Superman, but if we can just sit here and make videos about that as well, I'm A-okay with that. So
yeah, we'll see how it turns out. So.
Yeah, which will be awesome.
Speaking of hype and excitement, though, I kind of want to get back into games real quick. Uncharted comes out tonight. I am super excited. It looks fucking gorgeous, and I am I'm ready to geek out. I think let's see, it's 8:20 right now from what I see, and at about 10:30 is the finalization at my GameStop. So I'm gonna pick that up and probably stream.
I threw my phone, so I can't check time right now.
Oh, fuck you! Thank you.
What?
No, thanks for referencing that because that was the perfect segue. No, I had a really, really shitty week, and my phone ended up getting busted. And I got a new phone now. I got the S7 Edge, and it is fantastic. So
your phone didn't just break. What else happened that week?
Oh my god. Let's see. I got sick, and you can hear it in Ice Cream Sundays podcast 9 and 10. We'll talk about that in a minute. But my voice was off. Like I just after recording those podcasts, like I lost my voice completely, and it sucked too because I was like, I finally had that weekend off. Mm-hmm. I had a 3-day weekend. I was sick the entire fucking week.
Yep,
I was just
actually,
like, fuck.
That is why we didn't do a podcast last week.
Yep.
Was because of that. So,
well, that and a lot of issues with YouTube.
Yeah, thanks YouTube. We tried to get that video up, but I'll talk about that when we go to talk about the rest of the stuff. So you keep going on with your week and how amazing it was. Because I get joy out of it for some reason.
Oh, thanks.
I hope you get joy if my week just goes to shit. So
let's see. Other than being sick, my phone busting. I want to say I think it was the day after my phone busted. I woke up to go to work and my car died, so I was 2 hours late for work.
So did you end up having to walk, or did you wait for someone?
No, I waited for someone to come and jump my car, which, by the way, thank you, Dad, for helping.
Thanks, Pops.
I'm not out of a job yet, so that's something.
I guess Trevor's Pops. He's not my Pops, so.
I mean, he can be.
that sounded very, very disturbing. Don't ever
exactly.
Don't ever say it like that.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
I'm sitting in a chair. But anyways, no, there's still more to this story, though.
Is there?
Yeah, a certain, I don't know, virus.
Oh my fucking god. So yeah. After my phone broke, I'm fucking out of phone for a fucking week. I just got over being sick, which I'm still kind of feeling it. So but no, I was cruising around and on my laptop because that was the only other way I was going to get a hold of anybody on Facebook, and lo and behold, I get a fucking virus on it. It was okay for. Like, I wouldn't say it was okay. It started doing pop-ups and all this shit. And then eventually it just completely locked it out, saying I need a product key and everything. So I need to get it wiped and just fucking cleaned out, which sucks because I had a bunch of shit downloaded on it. That, I mean, I guess in hindsight, that may be a good thing, though, because I had a bunch of shit I needed cleaned off of it anyway, so it may work out. No, actually, I never watched porn on it.
You need room for all that Overwatch porn that's coming out. I mean, you need all that space. Go get a 3 terabyte and just fill it with Overwatch porn.
I want a McCready Bastion slasher
with Reinhardt just crying in the background.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
We will get right on that. But anyways, so we've been talking about he was a part of podcast 9 and 10 of Ice Cream Sunday podcast.
Yes.
So if you want to go watch that, we will link that down in the description. I've listened to number 9. I've only listened to half of 10. They are both amazing. Yes. So
9 is fantastic. I watched it I listened to it a couple times already and
conceded much.
No, it was just
podcasts like 6 times each.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah, because you're just trying to up views.
No.
No. But seriously though, it was a lot of fun being on Ice Cream Sunday, and it was fun to just bullshit around and geek out with Aaron, Austin, and Dave, and I loved it. So
if I ever get a day off where they're recording, I am going to head up to Des Moines and hopefully get that recorded. So
yeah, and they said they are more than happy to have me back, have you on, and then that way we can talk more. Because you weren't up there.
I'm picturing this how they say, "Oh yeah, we're more than glad to have you back." Oh, Corey too. We're more than glad to have you back. But no,
I'm sure they get a chuckle out of that.
Oh yeah. They are our little sister podcast, so go check them out.
I don't want to start this war again.
Come
They've
on,
been really good about it.
No, they are our sister podcast. So go check them out. They're amazing. Great group of guys who talk.
Yes.
We have yet to have just like a day where we bro out, where we all just
yeah,
get together
and I've been talking to them, and I wanted to get something set up to where we would all just like get together on stream or do something with Uncharted. Or we would all get together and just have like one big video of us all playing like Rocket League or something like that.
WWE,
just something fun.
Because they all love wrestling and we both love video games, so that would collab us together. I'm sorry for that clap for any headphone users. My apologies.
No, like we had a lot of fun. We talked about movies, games, comic books, stuff like that. And speaking of comic books, I want to segue into. Yes.
Can I just talk about a discussion me and Austin had one time?
Okay.
It was actually this week. If you watch our stream, or actually, speaking of that, Trebor and Austin did an Uncharted 1 stream for 3 hours, so we are cutting that up into 3 one-hour segments. We are posting those. They will be in their own playlist. Not their own playlist, but playlist with other streams as well that we end up doing eventually. Right. But anyways, I was trying to take their logo and basically turn it into a digitally remastered because it just works a lot better for what I intended to use it for the intro. And so I messaged him on Facebook and I was like, hey, can I use it? Can I use this? And would you like me to send you a copy? And he goes, yes. Send me a copy. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I was like, all right, how big do you want it? And he goes, big and square. I was like, oh, well, I meant resolution sizes for like Facebook photos. And he goes, oh, I guess just really big. And of course, I've got that just spontaneous, like I always do in situations like this. And I was like, do you want fucking 10,000 pixels? Because I can give you 10,000 pixels. And he goes, fucking do it. I don't believe you, bitch. And then he's like, hey, this is getting out I didn't think it would get this out of hand. But I ended up making a 10,000 by 10,000 pixel of their logo. This logo is 72 pixels per inch, translating to roughly 11 foot by 11 foot photo that I had emailed to him. Surprisingly enough, it wasn't that big of. I think it was like 14 kilobytes, which is fairly big for an image like that. Sure. But it was it was massive. I was like, oh my god! Like if we were to actually try to print this out, that would be scary. Like put it in a plotter and everything. It would be scary. So to Austin, you are welcome for your 11 foot by 11 foot. If he ever prints off an 11 foot by 11 foot picture of that, that would be amazing. I would feel amazed. Yes. So anyways, going on to what you were going to talk about.
Yep. Speaking of comics and everything like that, just recently, May 6th.
Yes.
Yeah, May 6th. Okay, I don't know. I couldn't necessarily remember, but May 6th was Free Comic Book Day. It is going on the 15th year of Free Comic Book Day. Wow. Which is really cool. Now, I was working that day, so I couldn't take full advantage of it because I have a Mayhem comic book store like no more than like 10 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
So I stopped by there after I got off of work, getting my new phone, and I managed to pick up a few comics. I'm going to try to show you guys, but in all honesty, it may look kind of shitty.
Me every morning in the mirror.
ROM, which looks kind of cheesy, but
it doesn't look bad. That was perfect zoom by Kinect. Thank you, Xbox.
Yeah, ROM. Like as cheap as it looks, like it was actually pretty brutal.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna hold this one off for a second. Suicide Squad.
Nice. Is that Harley Quinn on the front?
It is.
Okay.
And she looks demented. She looks more like Joker than anything, to be honest. But Captain America.
Nice.
Yeah, and just keep in mind all these free comics. They're basically previews of these issues coming out, and then it's
Okay.
as a compilation of a couple others, I guess. But the one I was absolutely excited for, something I could not wait to get my hands on, was Civil War 2. Well, great. Yeah.
That is a nice controller you have over there.
Yeah.
Too bad you're
Fuck you.
excited.
Fuck you, Connect. No, Civil War 2.
That looks
Now,
amazing.
I read it, just kind of throwing it out there. Thanos is pretty much the start of it, and
Okay.
it is fucking awesome.
Is it brutal?
Yeah. Oh man, I don't want to ruin it, but someone
No.
gets fucked up. Like in the preview, like totally fucked.
Damn.
And then a personal purchase of mine that I had to get was The Amazing Spider-Man Kraven's Last Hunt.
Is it good? Have you gone through it yet?
I have not read it yet. It's like
Oh, it's a thick.
yeah, it's thick.
That comic book thick though.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, generally when they do stuff like this, they take issues from a bunch of different comics.
Okay.
So like for example, this is Web of Spider-Man 31 to 32, Amazing Spider-Man 293 to 294, and Spectacular Spider-Man 131 to 132.
Wow.
Like so, but yeah, it's an overarching story, and it's amazing. Like Spider-Man's one of my favorites. So
That's good.
yeah.
So yeah, there was that. I was unfortunate to where I woke up at 5 p.m. that day from streaming the night before.
Yep.
But I unfortunately did not get to go. So unfortunately, I didn't get to pick up any comic books. But I do still have some that are. They're not really rare. They were just a comic book series that really didn't go far. I honestly don't know the name. It's like one of them's like a dragon cop, and it's not Marvel and it's not DC. It's
Is it Dark Horse?
no, it's their logo's an I, like the letter I. I'll have to.
If any of you guys know it, please let us know. Help Corey out because
It's in my desk, just like right over here. But I do not want to get up.
really. Okay, forget that then.
No, I know, I know what they are, but I just have to get them. Another one's kind of like if I remember correctly, it's like a Punisher as well. So it's not actual Punisher, but it's like a Punisher spin-off.
Oh, like Punisher and then other said hero.
No, it's like this company's version of Punisher. So it's
Oh,
kind of like
okay.
a spin-off or whatever you want to call it.
All right, I can dig it.
But anyways, so no, those are the only two comic books I really own. So, anyways, yeah, so we're starting to get into the dole down, or we just kind of ramble now.
No. I do have a couple topics I want to bring up.
Oh, okay, see, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I learned how to read today, so bear with me.
You learn words good.
Yeah.
Something else I want to talk about is Far Harbor for Fallout 4.
Looks pretty good from the.
I
trailer
first of all
watched.
wanted to, I first of all wanted to bring this up just because it looks so good, and the size is massive. Like the download size is massive, but overall, like the map size, like they said, it might as like people are saying it might as well be like Fallout 5.
Yeah. What did they say the download size was going to be?
I did not get a chance to see. I kind of slouched on that, but
Good.
yeah, I mean, it looks great. Like obviously, you're gonna have some new enemies, and if anything, it's gonna be altered enemies. So like instead of like a regular Mirelurk or a synth or a ghoul, they're gonna be very like a different variation.
Yeah.
It looks so good. I cannot wait. But going from Far Harbor, Operation Dustline for Rainbow Six Siege is going to be dropping on the 11th for season pass holders.
2 more days. Oh. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't have a season pass. Looks like I'll be playing Fallout by myself for a few days.
I do. So you'll get to see me rocking the new operators Blackbeard for the attacking side.
Yeah.
Which I had you watch it right before we started the podcast.
They both look amazing. I'm excited for Blackbeard because one thing I like to do is the windows. I love using windows to get into buildings, so that will be fun.
Yeah.
What's the other one again?
Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie is okay, but to me, unless they're motion captured cameras.
I'm not worried about that. Like, this gives definite range to the Okay, we'll go into each operator real quick. Blackbeard first.
Yes.
They're just saying they're both the American Navy SEALs, so that's really cool. But Blackbeard, his operator ability is to put a ballistic shield on his assault rifle, which is fantastic, just simply because, like you said, windows for one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like anyone who's played Rainbow knows that you can get caught in situations where you really don't have cover other than like a tipped over desk or a file cabinet or just something where you have nothing to protect you. So you're exposed trying to shoot from this cover. With this ballistic shield, you're kind of able to sit out right in front and just like look out a doorway or down a hallway without fear of getting headshot, you know. So
you know what'd be really cool is if you could put it on any gun, because then like any of your teammates' guns or anything, and then put it on Tachanka's turret.
That would be way too much.
Nah, I don't think so. Tachanka's still pretty vulnerable if he gets a grenade behind him.
Yeah, that's if anyone's running grenades.
Valid point. Not a lot of people do. But anyways, Valkyrie.
Yes.
Is
Valkyrie.
You go.
Valkyrie. Yeah.
We were like, am I going? Am I? You got this.
No. Valkyrie's very, very cool. Where she is able to deploy sticky cameras, and this can be put on walls, ceilings, floors, whatever, you know. But it definitely increases the range at which you can hole up and defend, because without sticky cameras, you're able to check out like maybe 5 cameras in each map, and then and once they got taken out, and you were stuck blind for a lot of the rest of the map. So with Valkyrie, you can set up a couple of cameras where you feel like it, and actually, you know,
get a little bit more coverage and more control.
Exactly.
Coverage.
Yes. As far as the map goes, the map looks really good.
I guess I didn't look at the map, but it does look.
They
sound impressive.
They featured it in the beginning of the trailer, and it just, I'm excited for the new setting, but
it's enough.
We've had our gripes about it. We've talked to friends and other people about Siege and their content offerings, and it hasn't been great. Like you and I are kind of both in agreement. Like, we kind of feel like they should have released more maps or something.
The thing I do like though is you don't have to be a season pass member to get these people or the maps or anything.
Right. Season pass is strictly early access.
Now I can understand like season pass, and what they do is season pass is strictly early access, and you get them for free. Now if you work your ass off, you can essentially get them, because I think they're still 12,000 for. No, it's 12,000. It's 2,500.
25. It was 25 for Buck and Frost. Yeah. But here's the thing about that. Being a season pass felt like way too many people felt like they were getting gypped from it.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that.
Granted, they did say that we're not gonna put all this behind like a money wall, like it's not gonna be, you know. But at the same time, they definitely could have clarified what they were doing with that, because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have gotten the season pass. So it kind of feels like we got gypped out of our money.
Yeah.
And it's not so much working your ass off to get them, because with the gaps of how far between the content they release,
yeah,
like it's like we could pop on for like a few days and then
get both of them.
Yeah. So
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I still haven't gotten either or of them, but neither of them. The only one that really it means anything is the one with the bear traps, which I think is Frost.
Yeah, Frost is amazing. Buck, I don't know. I feel Buck could have probably been better.
Oh yeah, and my thing is I love the fact that if you don't have a season pass, you can still play on the maps with your friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome to me. That will always be awesome to me. But but yeah, Operation Dustline comes out
The 11th.
the 11th. So
For season pass holders.
yes. For non-season pass holders, I guess I don't personally know.
I think it's like a week later.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. But
it's gonna be fun.
Right, to add on to that real quick, they are also adding charms that you can put on your gun, which that's kind of cool. That's kind of different. And you are also getting new headgear.
Yep.
Which I think that's something people kind of wanted to do too. Was just don't give us skins because the gun skins are stupid. Yeah.
My issue is there's all these people and they've racked up so many points. Like one of our friends, he's got like 15,000, 20,000 credits that he has not yet spent. And so I think they're coming up with different ways to spend those, the trinkets, the headgear and stuff. So
yeah.
But anyways, yeah, Operation Dustline comes out the 11th for season pass holders, and hopefully about a week later for non-season pass holders.
Yep.
So, yeah. So I mean, this is the point where we're like, oh shit, what do we talk about now? Anyways, this would be a good time for me to kind of give a plug to a few things I've been doing as well. Of course, before this podcast, well, not before it existed, but shortly after it was thought of,
conceived.
Yeah, conceived. I decided to start streaming, and I've been on and off for about 2 years, and I finally started picking it up. I've made an overlay. I've been really getting into it, doing like 8-hour streams every other day.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yes, thank you. Due to the fact that him and Austin began to stream, it gave me kind of like all right, I need to start doing this again. So I am streaming again. You can go to twitch.tv/Navaku, right there, Navacoo, and watch me stream over there. Or if you are not the one for video games and you do like Dungeons and Dragons, I do have a Dungeons and Dragons group that we get together every Saturday about 11 o'clock p.m. Central Time, and we stream on Twitch TV there as well. And the name for that is twitch.tv/The Roundtable. Both of those will be linked down below. I know Trebor is going to be planning on streaming more as well, so we will have his down there below as well. He's planning on streaming Uncharted 4 when it comes out, but unfortunately it's going to be out before this podcast is. So if you want to go watch him, it is twitch.tv/Shadowmerc23.
And to kind of throw that out there, we are still working on getting a set schedule out for Gaming with Dad. Just wanted to give you that a quick update.
That and with your computer being broken, it really does not help. That case.
Yeah. And I also wanted to throw out that I am in talks with Austin to get him back so we can do more Uncharted streams as well, because I can't just do a stream, have him in, and then not have him in for the rest of them, because it doesn't feel right. So I will have him back in, and we'll have a good time.
Oh yeah. Also, though you do not have to, you never have to pay us anything. We are beginning to take donations. So the link to that will be down in the description as well.
Right.
Again, you do not have to. If you do donate, we will do a special shout out for everyone who does donate, maybe at the beginning or the end of each podcast. You do not have to donate, but again, this is a hobby of ours that we do someday hope to turn into maybe a lifestyle or kind of
like a career almost.
Yeah. And right now most of the donations and stuff will be going to upgrading, such as getting new computers that don't have viruses on them.
Fuck you.
Upgrading, just basically upgrades.
Basically making it to where we can put out better content
for you guys,
and then a more regular content as well.
Oh yeah. So we do understand if you do not want to donate, you don't have to. If you do, thank you. And I also want to point out all donations are non-refundable.
I do want to point out something though, because I remember this now.
Oh.
You gave me so much shit at the beginning of the podcast.
Oh,
for repeatedly saying this, because I wanted to make it clear that we want to take donations if you're willing, and that we don't we want to put out better content for everybody, and now you're doing it. So I just want to say,
I'm sorry, we've got sort of a fan base now. I don't want to be in our first podcast going money, but we are taking donations now. The only reason they are non-refundable is because I really looked into it today, because it deals with other people's money, and that it always freaks me out when other people are giving me money. And it's other people's money that I'm dealing with. It's just, it's always freaked me out. But reading into it, if we do not put that disclaimer down there, people can donate a bunch of money and then decide to pull it back, and then we have to end up paying fees. Lots and lots of fees. I think it's 15%. Someone donates $1,000. We spend that $1,000. We're $11.50 in the hole. And
to make to kind of clarify this a little bit, I do want to point out that. Yeah. If it's an obvious mistake, if it happens, then we're more than willing to work with you and get things refunded. But I mean, donations are what they are. Like if you donate us money, like say you donate us $10 or $100, and then decide like a week down the road that you don't like our content anymore or whatever, then
sorry.
Yeah, you did that in good faith, and we'll do the best to accommodate everyone we can, but we're not gonna.
Yeah. Now, if it was an accident and you come to us directly after you donate, then we'll go, okay, we understand. But if it's like 3 or 4 weeks afterwards and you guys are like, we want our money back, I'm sorry, unfortunately. No.
Which this actually brings up another thing that kind of reminds me is the accidental donation of like what was it, like they wanted to donate $7.16 or something, and they ended up donating.
So there are accidents, and I was in a stream with a friend. I was moderating him, and he got a $2,000. $2,000.
What?
And the guy meant to only donate $2, and so he's like, oh crap, and so he ended up having to refund all of it. Plus 15%, so the guy actually doesn't stream as much anymore. So because of that, but so we do understand accidents happen. Please don't do them. But yeah. Anyways, how's your week been, Trevor? Besides the sickness, the viruses and stuff, how's
pretty
it been?
good.
That's good.
Pretty good. I've been I kind of been going back and forth between Call of Duty and I want it. Yeah, Battlefield. Yeah.
And Overwatch, I guess. We've been kind of just bouncing back and forth. Last night, I think I played 5 minutes of Overwatch, 5 minutes of Battlefield, 5 minutes Call of Duty, 5 minutes of Minecraft, 5 minutes of Overwatch. I was just bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
I was in a shit mood last night. I just could not figure out the game I wanted to play.
I do kind of want to throw out something for everybody. Something I kind of want to start doing. We will announce that we're going to start recording a podcast, like on Facebook, Twitter, all social media outlets that we are a part of, and that way you guys can send us in stuff that you want to talk about as well, instead of also leaving comments. So so give us topics to talk about that you want to hear us talk about, and when we record, we will get to that, and then we'll also look back on previous comments of the other podcast videos and choose from them as well.
Oh yeah.
So just kind of keep that in mind, guys.
Yep, and all of our information is down here. Of course, just go to Facebook and just look us up. Honestly, that is the best way to do that. Our Twitters are below. We've got Shadowmerc as Trevor's, Corey_Boone is mine, and @TitlePending is the channels. If you want to email us, please email us at titlependinggames@gmail.com. That is the best one to reach us personally. That's the one I usually have open on Google. So when I get an email, it just pops up and I've got it. So, but yeah, stay tuned for more stuff, I guess, along the lines of streaming. Our podcast will start being more on a scheduled basis.
We keep saying that, and we always keep running into issues, but we're doing our best to try to
we are doing our
nail
best.
down.
Also, our podcasts are now available on SoundCloud. I completely forgot that I did this. All of our podcasts are currently on SoundCloud. I don't know just look up Title Pending on SoundCloud. I will also link it down in the description. They're all audio, so I know there's a few people who don't like just watching. They just most of the time pull us up in the back of whatever they're doing. So if you do want to just listen to us, we are on SoundCloud. So go ahead and go over and listen to them. They don't, unfortunately, have the gameplay at the beginning, which this week I think we're doing another clip of Trebor's, as I don't have any Overwatch Beta clips because I am an idiot, and I didn't record any prior to this. So we will be featuring Trebor again, unless, of course, I'm going to post on Facebook and ask if anyone has an Overwatch Beta video that they would want us to see.
Right, and this is we know like this is very last minute announcement to like get us clips, so that's kind of why we are using mine again. Yep. I don't mind using mine. It's just I don't want to keep doing it on a regular basis.
Maybe it's just because you're such a badass.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Also, if you haven't noticed, down in the description, we are also doing what we call, I think, link dumps is what they are called. Basically, if you want to just fast forward to a certain time in the video, you can click down below at the certain time. I will go back and I will do the grudgingly work of trying to figure out what time those are and get them up for you guys so that way you can click it and just skip all the other bullshit that you don't want to listen to. Yes. Also, at the very end of the video, I've just done a lot of editing on our YouTube pages recently. It is a lot smoother, a lot easier to use, a lot more free-flowing. So if you wanted to start back at Podcast 1 and just make your way up to Podcast 7, you can definitely do that. It's a lot easier. Just click of a button every time. There's just a lot of evolution coming out of this. We started off as a cell, and we're slowly working our way to becoming a living organism. So we are slowly evolving, as you can tell, things are starting to, kind of fall into place more. We've got a better logo, outlet, just everything. So,
if I could get a better fucking camera that would stop zooming in and out, that would be fantastic.
Mine has got a setting on it. I actually found that out the other day. I was screwed around with it.
Yeah, but you're also using an actual webcam. I am using the Kinect.
When I get another one, I will send you my really shitty one if you want.
How am I going to do that with no computer?
I mean, by then you'll probably have a computer.
Maybe.
I might go out and buy the new Razer webcam if you haven't seen that. That thing is amazing.
Yes.
It depends on how much I get on this paycheck, because I know I'm dropping a lot on the round table.
And looking at my phone, I do want to throw out kind of a new thing, is that Uncharted released a mobile game.
Oh, did they really? Is it for
iPhone? No, it's for Android too.
Son of a bitch!
I have it, and it's called Uncharted Fortune Runner, I think.
It's
not like Temple Run. No,
okay.
no. It's a
they really
kind of a puzzle. Fortune Hunter, that's what it is. But basically, it's a puzzle type game where you trace a line, try to unlock the treasure to go get it.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I am featuring this is because it ties into Uncharted 4. And how it does that is after you complete so much of the game or you come across a certain treasure or anything like that, it actually allows you to redeem skins, hats, outfits, points, and boosters for Uncharted as well. So it's something really, really cool to do. It's not like Fallout, where they did Fallout Shelter and then not have it tie into Fallout 4, or
this actually ties into
Assassin's Creed. That was a terrible
let's
system.
not talk about that.
I also do want to bring up one other thing. Hopefully we can do it somehow. I think with the S7 I'm able to record gameplay from my phone. It's got this option. But what I want to do is I want to throw out an open invitation to anybody who wants to add me on battle.net. I don't play Hearthstone. I don't play World of Warcraft or anything. Or I don't play Heroes of the Storm. But I do play Hearthstone. And I'm very, very glad I can get back into that. So I just
want you to reiterate the fact that you said you didn't play Hearthstone at the very beginning.
That's why I said, Heroes of the Storm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just like, I was confused, and so I'm pretty sure there's someone out there with the same amount of brain capacity as me. Not everyone, but clarify for those people.
But I do want to throw that out there. So my game ID for battle.net is Framed Rain with a capital F. And the number is 1731. So please send me a friend request, add me, play me, do whatever, because I am more than willing to. I'm more than willing to take you guys down. So.
Oh Jesus, he is talking shit.
I am definitely talking shit. I am awesome at Hearthstone.
Speaking of talking shit, can we just discuss what happened in my stream the other day on Rocket League? Can we talk about that?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'll start it off because it originally involved me. So I was playing Rocket League while Corey was. What were you streaming?
I originally was streaming Rocket League, and I was getting mad because I was losing, so I was about ready to quit.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. We were both playing Rocket League. He was streaming. I was in a different game, and I decided to start playing. And because I had no teammates with me, I had two randos. Now, throughout 2 or 3 games, these guys would start talking shit, saying how bad I am, that I need to quit, I need to never play again. You know, the basic internet schoolyard bullshit. So, I don't know what it was. It just kind of tipped me off, and I was
really
just
pissed.
like, yeah. I was really aggravated by it for some reason. Okay, Harley.
Hey, no, I came up with that fucking term first. I read it online,
Yeah,
so technically I didn't come up with it first, but I used it. Anyways,
they were talking shit, sending messages like, you're so bad, and all this and all that. And I was clearly better than they were. Within 20 seconds, I scored 2 goals, and I saved the ball I don't know how many times. Now, with that being said, I continued messaging them back and forth, calling them out on their bullshit, and finally convinced them to host a private game. I was like, hey, let me get my friends. We'll jump in. We'll play you guys, and we'll see who's better. So it took some teeth pulling to get them to do it, but they did. And they kept saying how mad I was because they were calling me out on this, and I was like, yeah. I was like, no, I'm not mad at all. I'm just calling you out on your bullshit and proving you wrong. I am proving a point.
I mean, and this is one of Trevor and I's favorite pastimes, is to basically
Rocket League.
No, just shut shit talkers up, because we used to do it in Ghost all the time. People would be
God.
we're gonna. Those one guys were like, we're gonna lick your balls. We're gonna make you lick our balls. We're gonna wipe the floor with you. And we had 2 Hispanic guys on our team we couldn't even communicate with. They ended up leaving. We ended up winning that match.
Yeah, and it was a domination match, 200-19.
No, yeah, no, okay, because you got 212 on a different map, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, while Nav was streaming, I got on and I was like, hey, I'm probably going to need your help, so get finished with your match and be ready. He's like, okay, what's going on? And so I explained the situation. Excuse me. I explained the situation. He's like, oh yeah, totally, let's do this. So we get in, we get our friend Harley. But she joined late into the first match.
Yes. So technically the first match didn't count on their part.
Which it didn't matter because nothing got done.
Yeah, I was going to say, we scored, I think, once before she got in there. Which
That's
still
right,
doesn't matter because we have a bot, and sorry, the bot didn't help at all. I think you ended up scoring that point.
I did. So anyway, getting into it, Harley finally joined. We played. We beat him, and then they're like, their direct quote was, "All right, we're gonna probably kick you from the party, so we can talk strategy, and you guys don't hear us." We're like, "All right, fine." So I left, and right as I left, they said, best 3 out of 5.
Yeah, best 3 out of 5. And so I was like,
making an excuse already. Like, we're more than game to do it. Like, cool.
More than game to play 3 out of 5. I'm okay with that.
Right.
So I figured we had already won our first one. I was wrong.
Which didn't matter because we won.
Oh yeah. We ended up winning the next match, making it 2 out of 2 matches won for us. We lost the 3rd match, came back, won 2 more matches in a row.
Yep.
So to the guys, go ahead.
And like to be fair, Harley didn't do a whole lot, but
she's newer to gaming, so we can't really give her
right.
much. I mean, she bought an Xbox One this year, and I think the last thing she had was a 360 that she never played on.
Right,
so,
and I'm not talking shit on Harley.
No, she did a great job.
She's just a beginner, yeah, and she's improved so much.
Oh my goodness, so much.
So With that being said, it kind of alternated back and forth between you and me as far as scoring goals and
scoring goals.
And that one save I had. Oh my god, I wish I saved that one.
It's on my stream, so
it was in the goal.
Oh yeah. I think they actually scored on us like 2 seconds after that because we were laughing so goddamn hard. We're like, we don't even care at this point.
Yeah.
But to the guys who shit talked us, and to anyone who does future shit talking, remember there's always someone out there who can shut you the fuck up. And to the guys who actually did shit talk us, GG, get wrecked. So I mean, I'm okay with talking about it now, about shit talking, because yes, we did end up beating you, and they ended up typing to you and going, wow, you ended up getting your one good friend and beating us. It's like, that's what a team is. A team gets each other, and it wasn't even that.
See, he used that excuse like before.
4 goals in a row.
He used that excuse before. He was one of the worst players on the team, on their team, and he was shit talking me. I was doing better than all of them, and he still shit talked me, saying how bad I was. I was like, dude, I'm doing better than you. And I called him out on his bullshit. He's like, oh well. I got a team, so we can communicate and all this and all that. I'm like, yeah, I'm playing by myself with 2 randos.
Let me go
now that I have a team, yeah.
Team moment.
And then he's like, moment. And to further that, when he got called out on his bullshit and we beat him, and I used the same exact excuse that he did, he's like, oh, whatever. You're just using what I was saying. You're doing exactly what I was shit talking you for. I'm like, yeah, why not?
And to point out, I did message that one of them after the game. I was going to do some shit talking, but all I said was, thank you for playing. It was a good game. I didn't tell them they were in the stream though, however, but I think when you hit accept terms and agreements on Xbox, you're actually signing up for that. So,
yep.
Anyways, I will have that edited and everything over on my stream that we can watch Trebor and I shut some shit talkers up, because that was a beautiful moment. I was actually very, very nervous until the first match happened. Then I was like, oh.
I even told you. I was like, bro, these guys are not good.
Well, I thought you were just trying to get me pumped up, man. I was like, I'm worried.
No,
I think
they were
something bad's
terrible.
gonna happen. Like, we're gonna lose, and this is gonna be on stream, and I'm gonna get made fun of. But there is that. But yeah, that was hella fun.
Yes.
There is something else I want to point out. I don't think you really know this too much. There is a friend of ours that we streamed Minecraft together. We do plan on streaming more of that together, and maybe having an episodic version of that. There will be a few extra friends here and there who are invited, like this guy over here. He will probably be in a lot of them. But we are gonna make it an episodic edition.
Yep.
So that will be quite fun. There is one thing I do want to bring up that I heard on the radio the other day.
Oh! One Punch Man is falling.
No! That's what I get. I have got to move this desk so I have more chair spinning room. And put more tack on the back of that. Anyways,
I just saw it slowly.
You were like, oh, and I was like, what are we talking about? And you were like, and I noticed it in the background going, But anyways, this thing I heard on the radio, I'm not sure how many people get it, but Elvis Duran in the morning show. I listen to him every morning because I have to get up and drive at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. I actually have to get up and leave the house at 5:30 tomorrow morning, so that's going to be fun. Anyways, not knowing this, and I never knew this, there is a lot of apps out there, a lot of social media apps, Twitter, Facebook, the ones that mainly use advertisement as their main gain of income.
Sure.
So when you hit I accept terms and agreements, you're actually accepting to them being able to use your microphone. And they don't use it really for much, nothing illegal or anything. What they use it for is to base advertisements off keywords you say. So if I never use my phone for anything other than getting on Facebook, if I don't use my computer for anything other than getting on Facebook, but I sit here on my Xbox and I talk to Trebor constantly about podcasting and playing Xbox, it is going to pop up with advertisements of Xbox games, podcast equipment, etc., etc. So it's going to pop up with stuff like that.
Jesus.
Hello.
All right.
So, and there's a lot of new Samsung smart TVs that do this as well. So it's quite amazing that they can actually do this. I didn't think that would actually be a thing, but now thinking back to it, there's also something else that they have. The big electronic billboards that they're starting to put up actually read data off your phone on websites you're visiting and locations you are visiting. So they can also marketize you that way. It is
Marketize.
Marketize. I'm making up words. Market you that way. But yeah, it's just something that blew my mind. I really wanted to bring it up. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below about anything else we talked about tonight. Because feedback is amazing. Feedback it will be great. But anyways, we are reaching about an hour and 10 minutes. I know you really want to go get Uncharted 4. I do.
I still have some time left, but after this, you need to start editing.
Yeah,
so.
we can play a little bit of Xbox if you wanted to.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. I've got to start editing after this, but we will see you guys maybe before next week. Yeah, we should, because we're going to do our Captain America video. I'll look for that either Thursday or Friday this week.
And I probably won't see any of you unless you get on my stream.
Yeah, go to Shadow.
Yeah, I'm gonna no life it for like a week on Uncharted. Like it's gonna be ridiculous.
Perfectly fine. But if you do want to watch him play some Uncharted 4 or any other games, Shadowmerc23 on twitch.tv. So it's twitch.tv/Shadowmerc23. We will also have that linked below. If you want to see me stream, which I'll probably stream a lot, and Trebor will be in the party, so if you want to see both of us kind of stream back and forth, go watch our Twitch channels. If you want to listen to me and my group, or watch me and my group play some Dungeons & Dragons and get brutally murdered many of the times and make me make the greatest decisions in the world, please go watch The Roundtable on twitch.tv. If you are looking for a podcast with guys who just talk about a lot of things, including their own penises, please go watch Ice Cream Sunday Podcast. They are amazing guys. They are our sister podcast, our big sister podcast. Technically speaking, they're all
our partner podcast.
Our partner podcast, yes. It makes us sound like we're in a relationship. You know what we are? We're all in a
Why did you say relationship? Because this makes it sound like 5 guys just all together.
Exactly.
Like I'm not. I mean, no.
Yeah. Why not? I'm pretty sure they'd all be up for it.
I'm sure they would.
I've only
but,
ever actually met one of the whole group, so.
Aaron and Dave are so much fun to talk to. So
they've been in chat with me before, so.
Yep.
But anyways, I think this is where we're going to close it. That way we're not taking up too much of your guys' precious time. And that way Trebor and I can kind of relax before getting into the stressful amount of things and then me editing the podcast.
I'm trying to decide if I want to agree with that stressful bit, because I don't know if Uncharted's going to be stressful for me or if I'm just going to be like, oh.
It's going to be stressful for you. You're going to be amazed by it, but then it's going to get stressful. Can we Uncharted 3 where they were being the train scene and the plane scene and all that shit?
No. Uncharted 2 had the train scene.
Oh, yeah,
Uncharted 3 had the plane.
As you can tell, I play this game all the time.
Yeah, but Uncharted 4 is going to bring in Nathan's brother. Quick recap. But no, yeah, they're bringing in Nathan's brother. It's going to look gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And I'm probably going to die a lot. So
I thought you meant in real life. I was like,
if
you die, can I have your PS4 and your Uncharted 4?
No.
Oh, come on! Who gets it if you die?
I'm not sure. Probably my brother.
Well, what if he dies?
I don't know.
My dad. What if he dies? I'm going on a mass killing spree right now. I'm gonna get it for free.
Oh, gee, thanks. I'm gonna get it till it's free.
But anyways, it was great talking to you guys yet again. I'm glad we are starting to do podcasts more efficiently and more effectively and more on time. So
yes, sir.
We will talk to you guys 2 more Tuesdays and this Thursday or Friday. So
and depending on the streams as well. So
yes. So we
see you later, everybody.
See you later.